dance with words, move your feet.
Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Alright, and yes, I'm back to doing vlogs. I'm gonna try harder and more to do better vlogs for you all. Yeah. Alright, but anyways, I have just finished The Librarianist by Patrick DeWitt, and oh my gosh, it was actually a really cute story. The book is in 4 different sections, I should say, like divided into 4 different sections of like a time that our main character Bob, 2005 to 2006, 1942 to 1960, 1945, and 2006. Now, if I explained before in another vlog that in 2005-2006, it's about him fighting Maria, who is a resident of a facility, like a retirement home, and that she has wandered off, so Bob brings her back and to her retirement home, and he ends up volunteering there. And then in part 2, 1942 to 1960, it's just about his life, going from, just like school and his mother passing, and just kind of, him meeting his best friend Ethan and how their relationship kind of grew. In 1945, it is just about a play that he's in and with some of his friends, and one of them being Ida, and they're just kind of worried and ashamed, or not ashamed, but they're just like worried that nobody's going to come to their play, but even if nobody comes, like at least they're going to have like a really great time, right? And then in 2006, it is just about how he breaks his hip, and then Maria ends up inviting him to stay at the retirement home with them as like a lifer as he heals, and that way he can be with like his friends, right? And so it's just a really kind of nice kind of relation, or a story about this guy's like adventures like through life, and it's just, I don't know, I thought it was like really cute, really nice. I don't think like that it was necessarily a book that I would normally choose, but you know what, I am happy that I read it, that it's a book that I thought it was going to be a little bit different, and that I thought it would be kind of more just like, instead of it being about like Bob's life kind of a thing, just more themed about a library, you know what I mean, just based on like the dust jacket and just being called a librarianist. Like I thought it would just be way more about a library, right? But that's okay, still liked it. I would say, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, I would say, so it's like a 3 out of 5, right? Would definitely would suggest other people reading it, so yeah, alright. So that's kind of it for me. Hopefully everybody's going to have a great and wonderful week. Enjoy the beautiful warm weather that is finally here upon us. Alright, bye! Alright, hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. So, I think I'm going to read 1984 by George Orwell, and is it Animal Farm by him as well? Animal Farm's only, I think, like 100 pages, where 1984 is like 300 pages, and I figured, if I'm going to read a classic, why not it be 1984, So I'm not going to read this in a day, but I'm still going to read it. But, if I can find a digital copy of Animal Farm for a real good price, I might just do that, because I know that I can read that in a short amount of time. But other than that, yeah. So I just know that 1984 is a classic, in that it was written in during World War II, and I know that I should know more about it, but you know what? That's the great thing about reading, is that I will find out more about it, and I'm sure it's going to be great. So, wish me luck, and yeah, woohoo! Alright, bye! Hello, and welcome to this reading Dippit. So, I am about 50 pages into 1984, and we're following Winston, and it's just very kind of like political, about like how like Big Brother's always watching, and it just, just they call like the ministries, just really who, everybody's got to know everything about everyone, and like they're always watching just to make sure that you're not going to be doing anything that you shouldn't be doing, and it's just like, and everybody's smoking, but it's also the sign of like the times, and it's just, I don't really know what to think about it so far. And what to tell you about it. Like, it's definitely something that, like, I do want to continue on reading. But, I just don't want to give out, like, my true kind of honest to God, like, feelings on it yet. I feel like it's a little dry. I don't know if it's something that's going to be for me, but it's definitely something in which, like, I'm enjoying right now. So anyways, I guess that's a bit of a thumbs up. But, alright. Bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. So I've now finished part 1 of 1984 and it was like really good, and it really is like there was a revolution that happened, and you know, like there's the thought police and like Brick Brothers always watching, and it's just how, you know, there are these like anti-sex clubs that you're part of, and it's just if kids are born or due to artificial insemination, and it's just really ridiculous. And then there's just like this quote that keeps coming up, which is war is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength, right? And it's just, and like that's how I kind of feel what today is like, and what you know, that we do have peace, right? Right, like it is just everything's in chaos, even though that there's always some sort of war going on, but that's not really peace. Freedom is slavery. We do have lots of freedom, but I feel like you're always kind of a slave to somebody, and just ignorance is strength, because like what you don't know can't hurt you, and it's just what I think a lot of people kind of grow on, and it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of ridiculous, and it just really makes you think. And it's just, you know, it's kind of like how, you know, like kind of like the communistic society is kind of the way it's going, and it's just how over militarization is, you know, it's not what you want, but seems to be working for them. I can't wait to see what part 2 and 3 actually have in store. So yeah. Alright, I'm happy that I'm like really slowing down and making sure I'm doing a lot of active reading with this book, because I think that there's a lot of underlying themes that are going to really take place in it. So yeah, excited about that. But I'm off for the evening to the library, and hopefully the book I put on hold will be in place. So yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, bye! Alright, hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. So I'm almost halfway through 1984, and it's amazing. Just the aspects of just the gender roles, and just, you know, like how, you know, you have to question everything that you're doing, otherwise just how it can be misconstrued. It's so ridiculous. I'm liking it though, right? But my hold came in at the library, and that is just last night. I'm not going to even attempt to say her first name, but McFarlane. And one of my booktubers that I watch regularly, she was suggested, well, she was doing a video, and apparently Emily Henry, which is a really good author, has read this book, and she has suggested it. So I figured, why not? Why not pick it up and see if I like it or not? And it's just kind of like a cutesy kind of romance, I believe. I don't know. I thought it'd be a nice little kind of pick-me-up after reading 1984, because, you know, gotta have a little bit of both worlds, and so, yeah. Thumbs up to that. So I look forward to doing that, and I'm going away this weekend, so I'm going to finish reading this, then I'm going to read this, and so I figured this is you know, a bigger book, I guess, so should be a fun little weekend, you know, getaway to kind of read. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. Alright, bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. I have about 100 pages left of 1984, and it's just, oh my gosh, intense. Just, there isn't a lot of dialogue, and we're really following Winston, and it's a lot of world building. Oh my goodness, and it's very political. We're learning a lot about, you know, the revolution and how it became Eurasia and East Europe, or East Asia, and it's really ridiculous, and just like how, because of this revolution that happened, how like everything is just really policed, I guess, and it's just, you know, like everything is just, you know, like that you have, there's Big Brother who's surveillancing you, and you have like the thought police, and it's just, everything is just so, like, you know, with every single point, and it's just, I don't know, and I feel like there's going to be another revolution, because how dare this happen. But Winston, it also has like has a lady friend named Julie, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. But so far so good, thumbs up, and can't wait to continue. Bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. I have now finished reading 1984 by George Orwell, and it is so good. I understand why it's a classic, and it's just, I would say the overarching, better with the enemy that you know than the one that you don't, and it's just kind of like why certain things are the way that they are, and just kind of being brainwashed into a certain way of thinking, and knowing that like things have to be like a certain way, and it's just how things were versus like how things are, and it's just, oh my gosh. I'm happy that I read it and that I found it at the bookstore. I think I am going to keep this book for a while before and if I donate it. I think it's just like a really good choice. And it's just, you know, like freedom is slavery and war is peace, right? And you do get like sections out of like the Big Brother handbook in regards to what like these sections are, and it's just, you know, and it's kind of very well-rounded metaphoric in some ways, where it's just like with the like thought police, where it's just, yeah, like a lot of media just kind of, you know, releases what you think and shouldn't think, and what to worry and what not to worry about. And it's just kind of ridiculous that way, and it's just a difference. And especially with like phones and everything these days, like that people are, like Big Brother is watching you, you know? I thought it was really well done, really well written. And I'm, again, happy that I read it. I would say 4 to 5 stars for me. It's definitely a thumbs up. Bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit and the end of this week's vlog. So I'm about 100 pages in to Just Last Night by Mari McFarlane, and it's pretty good. So far we got like these two friends that they kind of like each other, but they're not really dating or doing anything with each other. And then this like one night their best friend passes away in a car accident. Right? And they're just not too sure what to do. So I'm about a quarter of the way through, and 400 pages. It's a really thick book, thicker than what I was thinking it was going to be, but that's fine. And I was thinking that, well, I'm thinking that the death of their friend is going to bring them closer together, and that they're going to, you know, be together for quite some time, but we'll definitely see. And so I'm home now, and I have all day, so well, almost all day to do whatever I want. So I'll most likely finish this book, well, and I probably won't finish it today, but I'll get through a large chunk of it, so it'll be part of my next week's vlog. But I did read a novella and 2 other books this week, which is, you know, always a thumbs up. And yeah, so I don't know. I guess that'll just be kind of the end of it for me. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this week's vlog, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Alright, bye!